I am Jen.
Brian.
This is Brian. And what we're going to do today is we're going to show you how to pass a basketball. Okay? This is actually something that Hawkins Chung used to, he always used that analogy, how Wing Chun is a lot like playing basketball, right? And I think it's kind of funny, but he's right. Okay, so we're going to show you how a Wing Chun guy will pass a basketball. Okay, so Brian's going to go one side a little bit. Okay? Now, what I want you to practice is how to use your body structure. Okay, so it's from here. What you're going to do is you're just going to take the ball. You're going to face. So we're in a neutral stance. Okay, and we're just going to bring our body from the ground. You get the power from the ground, and then you're going to like a slinky. You're going to come up. See how I'm coming up from the ground, right? And then come up, and then out my arms, and then I drop back to my stance. See? So up and then back down. Okay. Up, back down. It's a little weird, right? Okay, see that? Yeah, this is going to take a long time to get. This is one of the hardest things to get. Okay? You notice my feet do not come off the ground. My feet are firmly planted to the ground. Okay? It's very important that you don't come up and stay up. Okay? I don't want that hat. Right? So you want to come up and then drop again. Up, drop. Up, drop. So that when the ball comes out your hands, you're dropping it. Yeah. And just keep practicing this movement. Okay? That's going to teach you how to use your body from the ground up, okay, and then out your hands, out your elbows, okay? How to attack with your body structure, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're just going to put one foot in front of the other. Okay, get into a good stance. Now, I'm in my 60-40 stance. 60% on the back, 40% on the front. Now, when you do this, I'm going to do the same thing, but you're going to notice that when I do this, my body a little bit cheats to the side that's in front, the hip. Okay? So I come up, and then I throw the ball, and I cheat. And you notice now my weight has come to the front leg. Okay? My knee not in front of my toe, right in line with my toe. Okay? And then I get back to square one, right? Right? See? Come up, I cheat a little bit to that side, throw the ball. So I started 60-40, but I end up almost with all my weight to my front leg. That's it. Come up, slinky up. Okay, and then on the way back down, this hip that attacks. Make sure that when you do this, you don't over-rotate your shoulders. It's real easy to start to, because I'm focusing on this hip, when I throw the ball, my shoulders are going to turn. Okay, I don't want that to happen. Okay? So you still have to face your opponent, right? And if you do this, you might even want to, you might feel like you want to step forward. And that's okay, that's fine. Okay? Right? But basically, all your weight goes from your back leg to your front leg and onto that hip. And that back leg will even start to probably come off the ground, okay, because it's ready to step forward. Okay? Got it? So this way. And make sure you practice both sides, right? Both sides. Come up, cheat to that side, and drop. Okay? So you can practice with a basketball, okay? And kick it back, Mike. Thank you.
Oops.
All right, so you can practice with a basketball or in front of a mirror, right? And then what we're going to do now is you're going to see the same thing. I know you've seen this drill before. Okay, I've shown this one to you before. Okay, where Brian's going to put his hand on my chest, elbow in, his knees slightly bent. He's right now in neutral stance. Okay? And he's going to do that wave. Come up and out the hand. That's it. Okay? And you don't have to hurt your partner. All you have to do is just get him off balance. Come up. And that's it. Don't go backwards. He should not go backwards. I should go back. Yeah, that's it. Good. You're starting to see that wave. Right? Don't come off your feet, right? So keep your feet planted to the ground. Yeah, that's better. Good. Okay? So practice, right? This. From the ground, up, out your hand, and then back down. See, he's already off balance. I'm not even pushing with my hand. Okay? I'm just using this motion. See? And he feels that wave coming out my elbow. My hand not reaching at all. Okay? Okay? That's it. Right? So practice that, okay? Practice both hands if you want. Okay? One hand, then one hand or one foot in front. Okay? Okay? So I'm cheating that side a little bit. Okay? So practice that. Okay? Every move has to have that movement, that body movement. Okay? In Hawkins Chun's method. Because this is what we attack with. We don't attack with the arms. We attack you with our body. Okay? Once you understand that, okay, then you can practice on a focus mitt or on a wall bag. Okay, I get a lot of questions about people asking me about wall bag training. We don't have a wall bag here in the gym, okay? But let's pretend that Brian has a big wall, okay?
Pretty easy.
Or a little wall. I'm just kidding. All right, so he's going to hold let's say this is a sandbag, okay, a wall bag. Okay, and the thing is that I know a lot of you guys are probably training and you want to hit it as hard as you can and you're just launching the arm, right? Okay, and of course you're going to hurt yourself, okay? Because why? Because the wall has no give. Okay, the bag has a little give, but because you're probably fully extending the wrist like this, and your wrist is probably vertical like this. Whenever you lock an arm out completely, like this, okay, what happens is you are now transferring all the weight away from your muscle and into your joint, okay? Just like if you, a big no-no is when you're doing, let's say, heavy squatting, okay? If you squat and you come all the way up and you lock your knees at the top, all that weight, you've just transferred all that weight from your legs, the weight on your shoulders, and it gets transferred immediately as soon as you lock your knees to your joints in your knees, right? Which is why it's horrible for you to lock your knees when you're weight training or when you're doing squats. This is a no-no. You always have to have a slight little bend, okay? Even at the very top, just a little bend. That's going to keep the pressure off your joints, okay? When you're practicing on a wall bag, same. The pressure is going to rebound off the bag and off the wall back into your arm. The harder you hit, the more rebound action you're going to get. Okay? If I'm locking my arm out like this, at the end, that pressure is going to come back and shoot back into my wrist and attack my elbow, my joint, because my arm is locked. Okay? This is really bad. Okay? Bad for you. You're going to hurt yourself. Okay? It's not good to train that way. If you're going, the right way to train on a wall bag, at least the way I train on a wall bag, is just very relaxed. I use like dead weight. Okay, so from here, I don't use the pressure of my muscle or the momentum. All I do is I just use my body, this movement that we just practiced, right? And out my hand, and I attack, boom, the wall bag, boom, with a bend in my arm. Okay. And you can hit that sucker as hard as you want, as long as there's a little bend, and learn to use your whole body behind your elbow. Okay, so that when you really hit it hard, boom, right? Your whole body is engaged behind the elbow. So I'm learning to use my body to attack the wall bag. Okay? But my arm is never fully locked because, again, you're going to hurt yourself. Okay? So that's how I train when I use a wall bag. Okay? And again, it reinforces this movement. Okay? This movement. out the hand. A wave movement, or Hawkins Chunk, he calls it like a worm, a worm, how it travels its body like that. Okay? So same thing, I'm using my body to slinky up from the ground up. Okay? So it's a really difficult move, but it is vital to learn if you want to learn how to use your whole body and attack with your whole body in this method. Okay? Once you understand that, then you have to apply it to your forms training. Okay? So that when you're doing your form, you have to think about it now. That everything, right, is, see this? I'm using my body to lift my hands up. Okay? I'm using my body to bring my hands back. Okay? I'm using my body to get my hands set and then out when I punch. Okay? Everything happens because my body tells my arm to do it. It's not the reverse. Right? From here, I launch the punch. My body drops. My hand lifts because my body comes up, lifts. So everything happens because the body tells the elbows and the hands what to do. Okay, and that goes back to, I think we did a video on where I explained how the hips and the body is the general, right? It's the general, and it tells all the other, the grunts and everyone else what to do, where to go, where to move, right? It's in charge, okay? It's the hand should never be in charge. It's always the body and the hips, okay? That should be telling everything else, the rest of your body, what to do and where to go. Okay, so this is a good drill to practice. Okay, and if you don't have a partner, you can practice again in front of a mirror, right? Or just get a wall, a basketball, and just practice. Just whip that ball, right, and throw it into the wall. Okay, and just practice, right? Back or just facing, even in front of a mirror, just doing this, right? And then whip your hands out because of that wave. There's a lot of power there, okay? Because my body is doing the movement, okay? So practice, and then of course you can always practice on mokjong, a wooden dummy, right? And Silk. I think that's his name. I don't know his name, but he's a subscriber. If you find him. He's very active on the website and the tutorial. He made his own mukjang. It's on YouTube. So
Very cool. So
yeah. He like got
one for us.
Yeah, make one for make 3 actually, right? But he did a great job. It's on YouTube, so I think that's great. I think it's great that he's out there and he's making his own equipment, right? And because mukjang's, it's going to cost you $1,000 plus shipping.
It's like
it's crazy expensive, So. That inspires me, he took a bunch of scrap wood and metal and he made his own, or for dirt cheap, for almost nothing, so it's a great job, okay? All right, thank you, and we'll talk to you soon, okay? Take care.